Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Staxel. So, oh, welcome back. That's how professional I am. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Staxel playthrough. I'm Wesman2, and I guess for redundancy, I'll just say welcome back again. So, this is episode 40. And I know what you're already thinking. You're like, Wes, you just said you weren't going to do this again with this whole live streaming baloney. We actually don't like it. And you know what? I get it. But at the same time, I wanted to do something special since it's episode 40. And if you can guess by how long this video is, it's going to be 40 minutes long. And I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I had an epiphany. And the reason why I said that beforehand was the fact that to record a video and then to render out said video and then to upload said video, it would take hours upon hours of rendering time. And actually, it's about 10 minutes or so, depending on how long the video is, extra. So for instance, it would take 40 minutes to record it, and then it would take about 50 minutes to an hour to render it, and then take, again, I have pretty decent upload speed, it would take about maybe 30 minutes to upload. And you know, some of you are like, that's not that bad, but at the same time, to me, it's not wilted. No, it's just that's a lot of time. And so this is easier. As I've already explained, all I have to do is after I record this, I hit stop streaming, I export it out to YouTube. YouTube eats up all the encoded data that it's already been broadcast to Twitch, and that's it. That's how this works. And then I don't have to do anything else but kind of add an end screen title, which is, to me, a lot less work. And so here we are, episode 40. And we're gonna get it popping. I mean, we're gonna probably clean out the inventory since, you know, I haven't been doing anything with it, and have a blue bunny phone because that's what we do, and we're gonna feed our animals because that's important. We want our silly animals to live. And maybe we can even start the pen for our silly little piggy, which we have to name, and so that's what we'll take care of next since we already have to go to town. What do you mean you have no milk? No milk from you either. What is going on? Am I in the middle of another day? There's no way. I started this day off right, I'm pretty sure. So maybe because I didn't feed them, they don't have any milk? I don't know. And I think we were waiting for this. So all of these bees are ready. So let's grab this and that. Put those two together. Alright, here we go. The really tedious process of collecting all the honey, because sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. Come on. Stop it. Spray the bees with smoke. Do something. Okay, that worked. And is this gonna work? Yes. So now some of you might be wondering, that Catch It Live, Wes, why didn't you tell me you were live streaming? I was trying to keep it a secret. I didn't want people to come and see the video ahead of time because it's special. It's 40 minutes long. But ultimately, it is live. So anyone that's following me on Twitch and all of those cool things, they're gonna see an update. They're gonna see that I'm live. So some of you that aren't following me on Twitch, which by the way, it's Wes_man2, a shameless tag there, you would have saw it. And you got to enjoy today's episode a day early, which I guess is cool, and that's what you get for following me. And that's the biggest reason why I didn't want to tell anyone, is because then they've already seen today's episode. Oh, today, it's 1 in the morning where I'm at right now, showing you just kind of how late I stay up to finish these videos for everyone. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason. I wanted everyone to see it together. And so this is our museum. Sort of, kind of, not really. This thing's actually really ugly because it's not even remotely done, and it's just a giant, like, shell. Now that I'm done doing, like, not aerial, just doing, like, side shots, showing it all off, let's go ahead and just take care of our inventory. I have 123 green petals on me. I actually didn't realize that. We do want the yellow and the white because that's what we need for the, I hear a bee, to make the bricks, but we don't necessarily want all the bricks. All right, 8 honey sells for 1920? Is it by 1080? Haha, screen resolution. It's funny. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today, probably because I'm sleep deprived, and I just wanted to make sure that I give you guys, my loyal subscribers, a video. We had this jar of water that sells for 9. That's not bad. I didn't do anything with it. Crate. I wonder whose phone this is. Let's go talk to Oscar. Oscar, what do you got for us?
Feel free to give me a hand whenever you're free. Pick up a broom and you can use it to push dropped items around. It's an effective way to clean up a mess you make.
You know what, Oscar? We're our friend, and then you're not our friend, and so we're not gonna help you. Where's... Maybe you think it's Eris's phone? Do you think she uses a cute little bunny phone? I would think so. Right, Eris. What do you got for us today?
If you like bug catching, I'd suggest investing in a beehive.
I have several.
You can put a queen bee in the swarm. We'll start to gather there. Eventually, it'll start producing honey.
I don't know why she'd need to say it like that, but she did. I was actually looking for Eris, which, by the way, is probably way out there. And by Eris, I mean Reyna. But enough of that. We're teleporting back home. We got 40 minutes, and I don't want to waste it talking to people. I don't want to do anything but build an awesome museum. And I have to do it in an announcing voice because it's so amazing. Or such. I don't know. Could you imagine if that was the voice? First time you've clicked on my video, first of all, you see it's 40 minutes long, and you're already thinking, like, dude, this dude doesn't have a life. And then all of a sudden you click in, and it's just, hi guys, I'm Wesman2, and I'm playing Staxel. And you're thinking, like, is this dude for real? Is this a movie? What is he doing? And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, in a world where I forgot which direction my mind was in. One man, one pickaxe, Staxel. And you'd probably just click off immediately, because I would. You know, I don't know. Maybe I would watch just to see what the heck this dude was going on. Probably what he's smoking. But hey, that's just me. Some of you might think that's entertaining. And I bet some of you might comment down below like, Wes, no, you should do an entire episode in that voice. You know what? And maybe I'll do that later on. Maybe when we get to 50. Which is just crazy. I never thought we'd get 50 videos out of this Staxel playthrough. You know, maybe if someone wants it and as is like special, we'll pick one of the characters. I'll do like a voice, and then I'll have to play that entire game in that voice. So for instance, if you wanted like the mayor, I'd be like, hey guys, it is Wesman2, and today. Or if some of you want Oscar, be like, hey, that's not Oscar. Oscar'd be like, hey guys, we're playing Staxel today, and we're being pretty boring because we're Oscar, and we just like to tell people we're gonna kill them and take over the town. Or, you know, if you'd want Leafy, like, hey guys, it's Leafy, or Wesman2, and today we're gonna be really annoying because we have this high-pitched voice, and we have to do it entirely for 15 minutes, and probably I'd break character because I'd forget that I have to do it. But could you imagine reading voices? Like, if I had to do that in the entire game, sit there and just read as like Leafy or the mayor, or Reyna or one of the girls' voices that I do terribly because like I don't know, I just can't do it. Could you imagine that? Or I'm like Reyna, like, hey, hey guys, it's Wesman. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think so. So I know what a lot of you are probably like, Wes, what are you doing today? I'm trying to make this entertaining. I mean, it's going to be a long episode, and I want people to watch till the end, honestly. And right now, all I'm doing is mining, because we need the stone to make the bricks for our museum. That's the word I'm looking for. And so I'm trying to do my best to keep it entertaining. But what about Orlin? What would that be like? Because he's kind of like a smart guy. I mean, I would just imagine because of the way he's talking and his vocabulary choices are, I guess, would speak to me as being intelligent. But to be honest, I'm not really sure how to do Vorlin's voice again. I mean, it was kind of like on the spot. I was like, oh, what would he sound like? And I kind of went Leafy, and then and kind of just turned into Vorlin, where he kind of sounds like this, and I mean, it's really just because he extends his voice or his sentences like a smart man would for some reason. Although I don't even believe that's his voice. Honestly, like I said, I didn't watch the episode enough to be like, oh yeah, this is his voice. So how much stone do we have? I don't want to keep doing this. I'm getting bored of coming back here, so let's grab as much as we can since we're here. But Vorlin kind of sounds like this. That's how I would do it. Hey, this is Vorlin. But I'd have to say this is Wesman2, and today we're building a museum. You know how crazy that would be? 30 minutes or 15 minutes depending on me going, hey guys, I, in the middle of my videos, sometimes remember what my characters sound like. Again, none of this is scripted, in case some of you are wondering, like, Wes, do you sit down? And I guess that's how I feel people talk. They kind of talk like a cowboy in my mind, like, hey Wes, you know, I've been farming along, you know, my cattle all day, and I just gotta say, the voices you do, are they scripted? Do you sit and talk in front of a mirror and really develop these characters? And since I'm already talking to myself, you know, at 1 in the morning, I'm gonna go ahead and say, no, none of this is scripted. This is all live. I mean, especially now since I'm actually live streaming, this is a one-take kind of go. If I mess up, you'll know, because it's really hard to edit a live stream because it can't really happen unless, you know, I'd have a long enough delay and someone standing by like, all right, if Wes says something stupid, I'm gonna cut it. Nah, I don't have anyone. It's me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. Kind of that feeling. But let's teleport back home. I want to spend as much time as I've already, you know, said that 400 times to devoting to build, since this is, you know, one of the longer episodes. Only because I know it can get tedious watching me build, especially since I already don't like the way this museum is looking. I did go ahead and look at a few museums as far as ones that are made out of stone, because yes, when you look at kind of modern museums, there are some funky shapes, and I'm just thinking to myself, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that in, you know, a voxel game where I have angles, and we chewed through all that stone already. You know, where curves aren't really a thing, and I can't really do much about it. I couldn't make these weird funky feng shui shape things, you know, modern design. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna look at old tiny museums, and I guess to me in my head that means museums that are simply built out of stone and have columns. To me it looks like Roman architecture. So with that being said, a lot of the museums kind of had this arch way where it kind of protrudes like this, and then you kind of have the inner door, and so maybe that's what we'll do. Ultimately what it also means is that to do that and to do it properly, the front door would have to be like right there or such, with, you know, a little protruding kind of porch looking thing. So ultimately this whole design to do it on the side kind of goes down the toilet that quick. One of the two things we can do is either we build the door on this side, which would kind of look okay, or to keep it kind of in the same level as the shop, we build the door on this side, facing away from everything, which I guess ultimately doesn't make sense either. And I don't feel like relocating this, because it's like, hey, where would I get a huge plot free, and there's not really one nearby. I guess I could squeeze it in there, and that just doesn't make much sense now, does it? So I think how hard would it be? Because if I don't like it, then maybe off screen or off camera I'll fix it. I'll swap the doors. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and make the executive decision to move said door. You know, should I just flip a coin at this point? You know what? Here, since this is live, let me, what do you think? Just flip. Coin flip. Not coin flip art. I want a coin flip. Flipping. There it is. Oh, Google has one. Alright. Putting this live for everyone. So, heads will be facing away and tails will be facing forward. So here we go. Flipping the coin. Flip it. Flipping heads. Great. Now, do you remember what I said? Heads facing the door, facing towards the street. This way. This way. This one. So that's the front. Ta-da! We did it. Okay, that being said, where'd the sign go? There it is. I hate how when you log out, you actually don't get the box, the bounding box, so you don't know where to build it. So that means that's how big the museum can be. And we built almost entirely the allotment given as far as the door. So that's one. I'm starting to feel sleepy. I'll just pass out and come back. There, and so this is odd, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 obviously is what's going to be needed. Because we need it on so that we can have an even door. And last episode I explained it all, so I don't feel like I need to explain it again. Meaning this tree needs to go. Oh, that scared me. But it just simply meant that I passed out. Oh, and it's raining. Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be raining as we're trying to build? Back to game. Ta-da! Alright, pick up the wood that we just left on the floor since we passed out. So, what did I say? 21? 21? So, how far? So, 7, obviously, then over 1. It's alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's even? Or that's... there's no way. This thing's not 21, is it? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, because 21, not 14 or 15. I'm silly. 21, which if you go to 20 is 10 and then 11, alright? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the center. Ha ha ha. I promise I can do this. You know, have faith in me, hopefully. So, although it's got to be kind of lame having a single door, but I guess for right now, we'll just keep it. So, we're going to work on the front door, I guess, this episode. So, break all of this, because that's not going to be needed. At least put the door frame here, so we know that that's going to be the door. And then, I like this kind of like column already. That's naturally forming from our last attempt. So that's the doorway. And then it's 2, and then 3, and then we actually need to move this all over 1, right? So it needs to be there, and then there, I believe. And this is totally aesthetic. I mean, I'm just doing this because this is what I think in my head it should look like. All right, so we know that that's 21, which we do have space on either side to go, what, 2 more over? 1, 2, and then I think 1 more on this side. 1, yeah, okay, so it's 23. I don't think we'll make it 23, only because that's not what I wanted. So let's go ahead and build the box, or the porch. Let's move it out 3 from the door, so kind of what we already had. So 1, 2, and then I want 3. No, I want 3 being there, so that the inside is 3, so we can put a cool window. So that means 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one is where the column will go. We'll extend this out. What do you think? Just keep increments of odd, so extend it out 3 for right now. Let's test that. I guess one kind of cool tip for those building to kind of give depth is you build out the doorway. So although this is what the arch is, you'd still put the door on the inner one. And I guess we could build an actual arch, so kind of do something like that. That definitely gives a sense of depth and kind of difference. So, like I said, we want... Now, obviously, it's going to give us a space of 2, which is fine. Then we'll just build out, kind of like such, almost like a gazebo. Let's build out 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have columns, obviously. So, space of 2, column comes down. I'm not going to use all the bricks to build it all the way down because these are pretty much legitimately placeholders right now since bricks are expensive. So 2, and then this one's there, so that would come out here. 2, and then 3. And then this will probably have come up via, we'll build like stairs to make a roof there. And so if that's the case, then we'll probably push this out one more arc. Like such. And then one more. So, right, so 1, 2, and then 3, and then down. And then 1, 2, 3, and then down. And then obviously that arch that I kind of built there. But thank goodness for that. We'll be over here. Hey, look, I completed the recipe by picking up the already built blocks. I need to get rid of that recipe. That's kind of just in the way now. Alright, like that. Like that. Get rid of these flowers. That's huge compared to the building. So we might have to make this second story just so that it looks right. But that's going to be like the innermost courtyard of our museum. That's not, no. That's what I'm trying to do and failing miserably at. So we're going to use our awesome pumpkin scythe. I think I just watched that flower grow. Let's see if I can catch it on screen. Nope. Alright, so that would come down. And maybe we could leave this open, kind of get that Roman feel. So we walk in the front door and see absolutely nothing. This is actually bugging me that this is not even in regards to there. Because that technically means it's even, meaning this box is even, right? So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Right, or it should make sense. Okay, so again, if you've ever built a lot of buildings, a lot of counting and recounting to make sure that you're actually doing what you want to be doing as far as building this, making sure evens are even and odds are odds. So this is the back wall. Yeah, this is as far as we can possibly go to ensure that we meet all of our requirements. So if there's a tier 2, we won't be able to, you know, put all the tier 2 if we extend the wing out here. So sadly, as far as the requirement box, we need to kind of keep everything in it, meaning that, at least for now, for it to actually be a functional museum, we need to kind of keep everything in the box. If we want to add stuff that's, you know, aesthetically pleasing as far as like a roof or a second tier or maybe like a cool column in the middle, that's obviously going to be extra, which can be outside the box. Kind of as simple as that. So let me go ahead and push this here just so that I know. Like, for instance, we've already been streaming for 22 minutes. Can you believe that? I can, and I feel like I've done kind of pretty much nothing. Back to game. So I actually need to keep track of that because knowing myself, I'll get so carried away into building and focusing that, you know, hour and a half will pass by because that's usually about what my internal clock is set to when I stream, because that's about as long as I stream if you come to this channel and see some of the other stuff I've streamed. So, I mean, this is coming together. We still need to figure out that whole display thing. For instance, the entirety of this museum, you just need 2 clocks, which is kind of bizarre to me. You need 2 large fish displays, 2 small fish displays, and 2 small bug displays. So let's go ahead and just for the sake of this, since we're already here, we'll go do fishing in a second. Let's grab a bug. Let's grab both these butterflies. Because it doesn't specify they have to be different. Look at all these fossils just laying around. Heck, let's grab this rhino beetle. Rhino beetle? Yeah, rhino beetle. And then display. You think I could just buy counters? That was the debate we're having the other day. Whether or not counters work. So let's go test this theory out. So if I just put a display with a butterfly on it, does that count as a display, or do you think I'd have to buy a physical display counter if that's even a thing? Checking the thing, and that does not count. Alright, back to the catalog, back home to display. Again, maybe there's a display case, which I do believe that's a thing for one of the shops or one of the things you're asked to build. You need a display. Come on. What's going on? Ooh. That. Oh. Oh, what the heck is this? Like, yeah, I know what it is, but look how expensive these things are. What does this game do to me? I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. We have $25,000, but really? $1,200 for a fish display, and we need 2 of them, right? $2,400, 2 small bug displays, an additional $1,600, a small fish display. I think it was 2, and this is a small fancy bug display case, which is the same price, but for the sake of things, dang it, I have not been placing orders. I order. How much do you think it would cost to expedite it? Do I even want to look? Guess now. I'm guessing at least $5,000. That's not that bad. Do we spend the additional $1,200? And the answer to that is why not? Because it's just apparently pedals in this game, which don't, you know, mean anything. So, we know now how to make the game happy with the displays. And if I'm not mistaken, which, again, can be completely a possibility, it was 2 large fish displays, it was 2 small, and 2 bug. Alright, I built enough. And by built, I mean bought. And I'm going to be building them. So clocks, that's the other thing that I guess I should have picked up in the catalog that I didn't buy. You know what I could do, and what I should do, is move the shipping crates. Was that a... No, okay. Move the shipping crates and the catalog by the museum, because I'm pretty sure that almost everything in the entirety of what I'll be building and needing the shipping catalog for right now will be by the museum, so I can get it almost instantly and go back to building. Clock. That's a sprinkler. It's a $18,000 sprinkler. I added the mod in, and apparently those are really expensive. I haven't tried them yet, so I can't tell you how they work. Maybe that'll be a video for next time. Cheap varnish. What was I looking for? Clocks, which doesn't seem to be a thing. Oh, maybe over here. Those are all fences. Those are all doors and panels. All right, we'll just order clocks. I'll just teleport back home, I guess, because I guess that's faster, and we'll just buy 2 clocks. Clock. Should we get a nice, like, fancy super clock? Like, is there such thing as, like, a grandfather clock, you think? I was debating whether to put clock tower face. So that's obviously the big one that the town hall has, but that's white stone and that's not cream stone, so that would not look good. So I guess we buy 2 miniature desk clocks, and why not? Again, just adding more onto this out-of-pocket expense that we're not going to get reimbursed from Maximilian from, because this game doesn't like me and this town hates me, especially Oscar, who in all the past episodes has plotted my demise and the demise of this town. So that's sad. So these will be temporary placeholders, because I want to see what else this museum will require of us, because there are sometimes tier 2. I don't like that. That needs to be straight. Tier 2 requirements, which are completely different from tier 1 requirements. What do you think a large fish is compared to a small fish? Do you think I have to go in the ocean to get a big fish? Oh, we had an additional monarch harness. Alright. Butterfly. So now if we come over here to the sign. Oh, we just need the displays. We don't even need to put anything on them. Alright, that's cool. Oh, do you think the game will auto put stuff on it? So maybe I shouldn't have them. Did I really only buy a single clock? Alright, well. Oh, that's weird. The clock... That was bizarre. The bounding box was like in the thing, and then... Can I put a clock on the counter? Nope. Can I put a clock on the floor? Yup. Hey, it's updating. That's cool. So in theory, it will let me know that I'm missing a single clock. I was just back at home using the catalog, and I made this whole spiel about how I should move it, blah, 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 blah. Do you think I moved it? No. Should I have moved it? Probably. Oh, me. Okay. I need a clock. Yeah, that thing. Order. Expedite. Because, again, it's just cash. I was rich with $25,000. And look at me. I'm down to $17,000. And those silly... Oh no, they're sugar beets. I thought they were onions. I'm like, onions do not sell for a lot. But the sugar beets should, because we spent quite a bit of money buying all those. Alright, this is done. For all intents and purposes, this museum is finished. It totally is. We're gonna go ahead and pick up one of those clocks. I don't want Vorlin coming in and like messing with stuff, so maybe he'll put in certain displays that can't be moved, and for the life of me, I would not sleep at night knowing that we had grass floors in this museum, and it was final where we couldn't manipulate anything. So for that, that's why I'm going to move that clock right now. And then we'll have to obviously kind of separate this display and whatnot. So again, the fact that this museum is this big means that's going to be a lot of flooring. And I haven't quite debated if I want stone flooring or if I want wood flooring, like hardwood flooring. And speaking of wood, that's a tree. The roots of a tree. So pick up all of these things because again, our inventory needs to be full at all times because that's apparently how I play this game. We're gonna go ahead and take care of at least building. I can't go any bigger. All right, at least taking care of all the blocks. So now, if you don't remove these, at least underneath, they do show up, as you can see. The corners still show up, and those don't look. That doesn't look good to me. So we're gonna go ahead and dig a shaft underneath all of this, this entire museum's foundation, and then just not fill it with anything because I'm lazy. More so because bricks are expensive. Whoops. And you gotta make sure you get the corners. I forget the corners more often than not, and you don't really notice them until you put, like a different type of flooring in. All of a sudden you see different colored grass, and you're like, that doesn't belong there. Alright, so let's go ahead. Take up the stone. You know what? We'll just mine all of this because we actually need this for the rest of the building anyways. And since this is right here, it's convenient. I do believe this will just keep going down. I don't know what happens. I haven't tried digging through the game yet. And you know what? Maybe I should do that in a little like off series, like how to Staxel or what to Staxel, and just be like, what happens if you dig through this? Look at all of this grass. I guess the nice thing we can do is at least the grass is worth 1 petal each. So if we end up with some 300 grass, we know that we can use that to buy supplies for flooring and continue building. Because I would imagine I have quite a bit of grass sitting on me right now. Not a lot, but at least enough to guarantee some supplies are free, so to speak. But you can definitely tell where I've got chopped trees and just either hid the extra by covering it up, or I just forgot and didn't see it, and now it's manifesting in these stumps that we're running into. Alright, make sure I got the corner, because knowing myself, I'd make this big thing like, oh, corners are lame, and you make sure you need to make sure you dig them all up, and then knowing myself, I'd leave some, and then you'd probably flame me in the comments, which rightfully so. I would deserve it. Alright. Let's make sure we pick up those. I don't know if things despawn in this game when you throw them on the ground, so I don't know if it's kind of like Minecraft where after 5 or so minutes, things just despawn and we're done with stuff. Or if they stay indefinite, which in that case, I'd leave that there, cover it up, come back and try to put something over it, and then it'd be like, nope, you can't put anything because this block is blocking the way, which wouldn't be fun. Oh, look, there he is, Mr. Vorlin. You think he has anything for us as regards to like, hey, thanks for finishing the museum? But it is hard to find ways to occupy my time. I do hope things are progressing well with the museum. I find myself particularly looking forward to the insect wing. Vorlin, do you not see this? I mean, look at how much progress we've made. I've made a big hole. I've put up a single wall. I've kind of mapped out what I want. I mean, that's huge progression for finding about you somehow mysteriously a couple of days ago. Look at him reading a book and in the way. Can't even... Get out of here. I can't put a floor in if you're going to block me, sir. That's not going to work. Is that a tree stump? Again, it shows you how much I care about making sure I find all the wood. I just built right over it with stone. Like, not my problem. And then, it is my problem. Alright, finishing this up. We're almost done. I don't think we'll have enough time to really build anything because, again, we need wood, and I think we have it, but we need lumber, rather. And lumber takes time. So I guess what I could do is at least start it, so that while we're finishing up digging, that would have been the smart thing to do. You know, there is an order of operation to things in life, you know. If you ever think about it, you should usually do one thing before you start another. Like, for instance, you know, if you're brushing your teeth and stuff, you probably should do that either before or after a shower, so you don't have to backtrack as much. Or like, for instance, when you get up from your desk and you leave, you know, your dirty dish on your desk, and you're like, oh, I was totally in the kitchen getting a soda or a drink, and then you come back to your desk, you're like, oh, I should have totally took that dish in there, so that one trip would have done both versus 2 trips. My inventory's full. Is anyone surprised by that? I sure am not. Let's just throw this random crate down, and I passed out naturally. Oh, listen to that silence. I'm not actually going to be quiet because you'd hear my PC fan, because apparently I have, you know, Gale Force Wind PC fans. I do have quite a few on this monster case that I was given. Can hold like 12 fans. 4 on the side panel, 2 on the top, or 1 big one. And then it has 2 outtake. Alright, so what was that? Someone do the math. I wasn't counting. 4, 2, I think that's closer to 9 or 10. Alright. That's a dig up. Finish that. Alright, yay, the bottom of the foundation is almost officially finished. I guess we could use dirt to fill in these holes so that when we're coming back over it with different types of flooring, we don't have to worry about accidentally filling that hole in with it versus, you know, just filling it in now. Like I said, order of operation. That made the most sense. So let's go ahead, and as I say this, let's go ahead, since we probably need to mine a little bit more. Before we wrap up this episode, we are pretty close. It's been 37 minutes on the dot as soon as I said that. Meaning that we only have about 3 minutes long. 3 minutes long? We have 3 minutes more before we have to wrap up this episode, and so I don't want to spend those 3 minutes maybe mining all, and then we can just luckily throw that down, start that up, and be good. We do have some lumber on us, I just realized. Oh good, we already have some windows and 41 roof tiles. Alright, so red roof tiles is what it's going to be. Dark wood path, I don't think I want, because that needs an extra step, although it would look really nice to offset the cream, because dark and light look really good together in my opinion. Which means we need more varnish, which we have enough on. What was it to make it? Dark wood planks. That's just 5 lumber and 3 cheap varnish. Add a tiler. Naturally. The one thing we actually do not have. I'm on it, guys. Oh no, this is a new day. Has it been 2 days since I've done this? I really hope not, because all these are going to be dead. Uh-oh. I haven't checked on any of the animals. See, this is what I was talking about. It's very hard to play a farm civ when I want to be a building civ, because right now I just want to build and all I want to worry about is building, but if I don't water these will die, and then if I don't feed my animals, they'll die. If I don't tend to anything else, they'll die. So I guess this is what we'll do with the last few minutes we have left. Make sure we just water our crops, make sure Yoko is still producing eggs on top of the chicken pen instead of actually in it or by it. Once again, my inventory is full, but this time with all kinds of different colors of petals, which I guess since we've designated this shelf for some reason, look at that. 100, almost 200 of that. There's red I saw. Alright. Gray, white, and yellow. I'm just going to throw right... No yellow? I'm going to throw right in. Nah, no yellow. That's bizarre. Throw right in. Put the nails there. It's these bugs in these jars. Man, I just have bad... Oh, these are ready to be harvested. Of course they are. Of course they are. But ladies and gentlemen, we're down to like almost the last 30 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and do my closing tag, which is, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this special 40 minutes episode of our Staxel playthrough, which is indeed episode 40. If you're new to this channel, be sure to like and comment down below. Be sure to follow me down in the links where all my social medias are for all the things that I post and take care of there. what else do I gotta say? Thanks for all those who have been subscribing. I do read all your comments. I know some of you are wondering if I do. I do indeed read all the comments. I do appreciate when people subscribe. I have 2 seconds left, so until next time, guys, as always, keep it real.